Hello once again, my name is Cipyaar, aka the People's Gamer, and today it's time for another episode and another roundup on day 3 of E3 2012. Today we're going to be having lots of new announcements, news and other gaming stuff. So the first one's pretty cool. We have some Dawnguard gameplay. That'll be playing in the background as I talk. So, we've got a new magic mount in Dawnguard. We have armoured trolls and some deadly new vampire abilities. This does look really good. You play as a vampire, but you can play as the Dawnguard who fight the vampires. Now, if you choose to be the vampires, you can turn into a vampire, much like you when you turn into a werewolf. You can fly around the place, but it's not really flying, it's more like hovering. Now, these aren't like the vampires from Vanilla Skyrim, where you don't actually turn into anything. You actually turn into an actual vampire, like kind of Dracula, Van Helsing vampire type things. You can teleport using bats. You can suck people's blood and life forces. So that's pretty cool. When you play this story, you'll have the choice to join the Dawnguards or the vampires. The vampires do look a bit better. You can summon other vampires to help you, which is another good kind of thing for this game. And you can just go around killing people. You can eat their fucking heads off when they're walking around. So, the Dawnguard, however, are humans, not vampires. They are mortals, I believe, and they set out to kill the vampires, because the vampires are vampires, and they kill people. It'll have a new perk tree for the vampire lords as well. You'll have Power of the Grave, Vampiric Grip, Unearthly Will, Blood Healing, Power of the Grave again. Now, werewolves as well. So, whether you can turn into werewolf when you're on the Dawnguard is unknown to me. But you get a new werewolf perk tree, so I'm assuming that the Dawnguard are werewolves. So it's the whole kind of lichens versus werewolf type thing. You can gorge. That's another skill tree thing. Animal Vigor and Bestial Strength. Now they said Bestiality Strength. You get new weapons as well. You get new arrows. You get like frozen arrows and fire arrows and stuff like that. You get a new crossbow, which looks badass as hell. That'll probably be my main weapon if I do play this DLC. And you can go to different areas. You can go to the Soul Cane. That's like the demon kind of place. Like Oblivion, it's kind of a different plane, but it's not like Oblivion. Aesthetically, it's very, very different. You got little skeleton guys called Blood Moons, and they mush up into different things. Yeah, so we've got the crossbow. You can get steel bolts. You don't use arrows on the crossbow, you use bolts. And that is Dawnguard. Now, let's talk about the second thing, which is quite important, to tell you the truth. So we've got some new Borderlands 2 screens to show you. Borderlands 2 does look really nice. It's out September 2012, and the good thing is that it's not all set in the desert. There is some snowy areas, and there's extra vehicles, there's extra characters, although they are pretty similar to the first game's characters. They are different. Yeah, there we go. So hopefully this game's going to be good. Apparently it's going to be better on PC than the first one was. It's going to be a better port. Hopefully it will be. Right, so some Watch Dogs news here. Watch Dogs is the game we had a look at in the first E3 video, and it was about Data. You played as Aiden Pierce in New York. You had to like scout about the area. You were mad about surveillance and all that stuff. Well, the mysterious second character that appeared at the end of the trailer, or the live demo, was in fact a second player. So this game might have co-op, which would be quite nice. In fact, I'm going to be playing this as a Let's Play, and if it does have co-op, I'll try and convince someone else to play it. So if you want someone else to play it, contact a guy called Nukes, and tell him that you want him to buy the game, and we'll try and do co-op together. It does look pretty cool. If you want to have more information on that game, then it was in my first E3 video, so just go check that out. They'll be in the same playlist, and that's it for Watch Dogs. One last piece of news now, and it's pretty big. John Carmack is making a virtual reality helmet. And that's pretty cool, to tell you the truth. It's not finished yet, but apparently $500 kits are going to be available soon. He's building it, and has been building it in his spare time. He's showing people behind closed doors at this year's E3 in this little Bethesda booth, and he's described it as the best VR demo the world's ever seen. It doesn't look very exciting at the moment. It's put together with duct tape, but it's a start, and I think this is going to be really good. I always wished to play virtual reality helmets. That would be pretty cool, having like a full view of the whole game, and it'd be like 3D times 1,000. 3D on steroids. 4D even. And I don't even know what 4D is. Not that smelly thing where you smell the crap. Anyway, it does look pretty cool. I'd pay $500 for it if it is good. If it's not just a certain line of sight. If it's not fisheye. I wish it was like full line of sight. It was. But that's it. And keep your eyes peeled for that. John Carmack working on a virtual reality helmet, and it is $500. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time in the final recap of E3 2012, where I'll go over the June the 7th game announcements and news, and I'll also go over all of E3 and give it a little review. So stay tuned for that.